Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining the RCG Meet Success Queens Rising broadcast. And tonight, this evening, I am so honored and just what a blessing and a treat for everybody out there to have these three African American women representing their respective parts of the country in upcoming political races that is guaranteed to be history in the making. But tonight, I want to introduce you to candidate Sia Fano out of Prince George's County, Maryland. She is running for councilwoman in District 3. And then we have the mayoral candidate out of Houston, Texas, Miss Robin Williams. And then we have out of the great state of Georgia, running for the U.S. Senate seat, we have Miss Tamara Johnson Shealy. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to get right into this.
Thank you.
You are welcome. We're going to get right into this because we are running a little behind schedule, had some technical difficulties, but you know, no weapon shall prosper. So we're going to start with you, Councilwoman Sia Fano. Tell us where you're from and why you decided to get into the political career space and make a change.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I know we had a long day, but I'm glad to be here. God is in our midst, so I'm thankful. My name is Sia Fano. I am originally from Sierra Leone, but I'm from the greatest state in the Union, the state of Maryland. I am from the greatest county, the richest county in the world, which is Prince George's County. I decided to run for office because I wanted to give back. Like I said, I came here when I was 13 with just a clothes on my back from the broader civil war in Sierra Leone. And what I decided to give back, and this is my own way. And I decided to give back as well because of what I've experienced in America. And I realized that there are a lot of women, foreign women in this country that, need a voice, need for somebody to show them the path. And which, when I was going through what I was going through, I had nobody. It was, well, let me take that back. I had a very kind-hearted, beautiful African-American lady that held my hand, that walked through with me to where I am today. So I wanted to give back. That's why I said, I always say I would love the Black Americans here because they have been so good to me in America. And I want to walk alongside with them. I want to be the bridge between the African Americans, the Black Americans in America. We're here. We don't know much about each other, but if we can come together and work as one, we are a great force to be reckoned with. And I am CF, I'm the solution, to take Prince George's County into the 21st century and with 21st century solutions. We're tired of complaining. Prince George's capital, but because of corruption, our integrity, our transparency have been compromised because of corruption. And everybody knows that. And I want to I'm coming from an outsider point of view. I'm coming from a global point of view, and I was born in politics. So politics is my forte. Politics is my arena. From my great-great-grandfather on down. My grandmother was the first chief in our village in Sierra Leone. So all that I know, all that I am is politics. So where best should I practice it is the nation, the county, the state that made who I am. This is where I found my soul, and this is where I found myself. So this is the reason why I decided to jump in and be part of the American political system. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you for that. Thank you for that, Sia. And next, Robin Williams, same question.
Hello, my name is Robin Williams, and I am the mayoral candidate for Houston, Texas, 2023. And the reason I decided to run is because before I answer this question, let me just give you a brief synopsis on my background. I am a Marine Corps veteran, served 8 years, became a manager for the American Red Cross, very early age, 23, 24. I am now serving as a police officer. So I remember politicians always lobby to police officers. They gather us together and say, hey, We're going to change this for you. We're going to make this better for you. We're going to give you a pay increase. We're going to give you better benefits. I don't do my job for pay. I do it because I sincerely love serving the public. And so after realizing that we were just another publicity stunt for politicians, I knew right then and there that I was tired of being lied to. And if you can lie to public servants, the first line of defense for the public, I knew that you were lied to the public. Going to be the change that Houston deserves. I'm going to bring a change of direction to Houston, Texas, 2023. This is why I decided to run.
Thank you, Mayor Robin. And next, Senator Tamara.
Thank you, Troy, for the platform this evening. And I just want to salute the ladies that have put themselves out here to serve public service. You know, this is something that you are called to. And for me, it is totally a calling. I didn't choose politics. I didn't come from a political family, but I knew I was called to do this. My name is Tamara Johnson Shealy. I am the candidate for the United States Senate right here in the great state of Georgia. This is actually not my first run, not my second, not my third, not my fourth. This is actually my fifth consecutive run for office. I am committed to serving. I have a heart to serve, and I am totally committed. I come from the beauty and barber industry. I started watching my industry fall apart, and that's how I became engaged in politics locally and nationally. So I'm ready to serve, Troy. So I thank you for the platform tonight. I know we don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm ready. Let's dive in.
Yes. And you mentioned time. Again, I know all of you queens have busy schedules, so we're going to get right into this and keep it moving. Next question, and we're going to go in the same order as we move forward. Sia, Robin, then Tamara. Next question is you're in a building, in one of those, let's say, Senate political buildings, wherever, and you're getting in the elevator. And when you get in that elevator, you have in there with you the heart of Prince George's County, the heart of Houston, Texas, and the heart of Georgia in the United States. All of our communities are in that elevator with you. In your 2 to 3 minute elevator pitch, how are you going to capture that heart of our communities? Sia.
I am Sia Fino. I'm running for Prince George's County Council District 3. I am the solution. And this is the reason why I'm the solution, because I'm going to move Prince George's County into the 21st century with 21st century solutions, where we're going to build a proper relationship between government, business, and technology. And when all these things work together as one, not only will my district, but the entire county will benefit in a great sense. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening.
Just got my heart. Mayor Robin.
Absolutely. My name is Robin Williams, and I am the mayoral candidate for Houston, Texas 2023. The reason why I am going to become your next mayor in 2023, because I know what it's like to experience mental health firsthand. You know, I watched my mom struggle with being schizoaffective major depression. I watched my mom go from this beautiful registered nurse to become struggling with schizoaffective major depression to ultimately using illicit drugs to cope with it, to being homeless. I know what it feels like. Houston now has surpassed my birth city, Chicago, Illinois, in the murder rate. I know what it's like to lose family members. I lost my brother, my cousin, and my uncle in a 3-year span. I put on a uniform that weighs 50 to 70 pounds every day, willing and ready to lay my life on the line for every citizen. I've already proved that I'm willing to die for a just cause. When I raised my right hand to become a Marine, I took that oath and I meant it. The same oath I took when I raised my right hand to become a police officer. I will bring change to Houston, Texas.
Captured my heart. I'm moving to Houston. Senator Tamara.
Well, Troy, you know what? When this question was presented, I thought about it, and I have to be as honest as, you know, I always am. And I just have to say, I don't even have a stump speech. So when you say, when you're in that elevator, how do you do this? I never had a stump speech. So when I get into an elevator in your question and I'm need to introduce myself, I will introduce myself, but then I always listen. I come from an industry where my first job was to listen. And I listen for where they are, where their hearts, where are the needs of the community. I'm listening 10 times more than I'm talking. So when you ask that question, I don't even have a stump speech, and I just always listen. So I'm going to yield the mic and let us keep going.
Beautiful.
I respect that. I respect that. God
Beautiful.
gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we listen
Yep.
twice as much.
Mhm.
You heard it first. Next question for Councilwoman Sia for no. How important is it to you to be that example for our African American women, and especially the young girls out there that are watching you? We know we have Kamala, we know we have the next Supreme Court justice, but how important is it to you to be that example?
It's a very good question. What I've learned or what I've experienced going through my political career, that there's a lack of mentorship in our African American community. We tend to, focus on ourselves and not look back to the next generation that are coming up. And I think that we as women, we have to be an example for our young girls that are coming up. And we need to let them know that, people always say, wait for your time. No, we need to let them know that, they need to, even if they're not invited at the table, they need to invite themselves to be at the table. When you look at the world, women of 49% of 59%, I can't remember, but we are the majority in the world, and we are not equally represented. And we need to let our daughters know that, the beauty of our face is not all about life. What's between our leg is not all about life. We have to be at the table. We are already made. In being in the kitchen is not all about life. It's what we are going to do to affect our community, what we're going to do to affect the lives of our own generation. And we have to work together as women, especially Black women. We have to come together and speak as one and support each other, be there for each other. We need that support because we have it so hard out here. It's not easy for Black women. We run in the household, then they expect everybody else, we literally, the world is on our back, but we don't have that support system for each other. We need to stand as one, and we need to tell the children that they matter, that the Black girls, that their color, I always tell people your Blackness is not a curse in the world, it's an asset. So be proud of it. It's a blessing to the world. They cannot live without us, Black girls. So we need to make sure that we know when we walk into that room that we are special, that God sent for us. God himself called us. So let's walk in that room proudly with our shoulders back and our head up high, walking in that room and said, God called me to be at the table, and I'm going to be at the table. But I'm going to not only be at the table, but I'm going to bring other women at the table so we all can have the table, on the table. We just don't want to be at the table. We're going to own the table. Thank you so much.
Amen. Mayor Robin.
Absolutely. Although the question addresses African American women, I have to first say that I have to be a mayor for every race, creed, and religion, but make no mistake that I am a Black woman, and I will make history, become the first African American woman elected as mayor in Houston, Texas. Malcolm X stated that Black women are the most unprotected species in America. I want to let you know that I served in the Marine Corps so that you could be protected. I put that blue uniform on every day and make sure that you are protected, that you are getting the best representation of what it means to be a Black woman in America, and that you can work in male-dominated fields and crush them. I'm 31 years of age. I am extremely young, but I've always been the leader in every category, and you can be that too. I am a living testimony to it, and I've broken so many doors down. I've walked in trenches so that you can run. And I yield my mic.
All right, Senator.
Well, this question is a special one. You said, how important is it to be an example? And I believe it's very important to be an example. And can't is not a word that's in my vocabulary. As when I was raising my children, they're young adults now, but when I was raising my children, if they told me, and we laugh about this, if they told me they could fly, I never told them that they couldn't. I just said, okay, how are we gonna do it? It's not can't, but how. So it's very important to be an example. And there's no such thing as can't. It's just how. Thank you, Troy, for the question.
Thank you for your response. I'm learning some insight from you tonight. Next question is, when people think of your names, what will they say? What will they think of first when they hear your name? See it.
They always say I'm nice. So that's the first thing that comes. Sia is nice, respectable, humble, and about the people. Thank you.
Mayor Robin.
Tenacity. My name has always been associated with the word tenacity. And no, meaning new opportunities. And not only that, the courage to stand up in the face of adversity. I never back down, never, not ever.
Thank you. Senator.
I think me and Robin have we have kindred spirits because we were thinking along the same lines. I think people will say, well, she didn't quit. She didn't quit. And that's how I want to be, remembered. And when people say my name, she didn't quit, because I'm not a quitter. Thank you,
Awesome.
Troy.
Thank you. Thank you. Next question, and this one is important. This one is important. What will be the first piece of legislation when you take that oath that you will put into effect to make an impact?
The first one, legislator that I will work on, which is very dear to my heart, is building our children's future before they even graduate from high school. College isn't for everybody. And I myself, it took me 10 years to graduate from college because I was trying to figure out, first and foremost, I was a single mother. I was a divorced mother, single mother, and I was trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, here. So it took me 10 years. And we have a lot of, students that are coming out of high school. We need to, teach our children about skilled trade. And there's a lot of, so they too can be part of the community. They can be a taxpayer. They can feel ownership of the county, stakeholders of the county. So that's one of my, and encouraging, empowering our students through skilled trade and skilled trade, so they too can have a higher paying job when they get out of school. If they decide to go into college, that's fine. But at least they have something that they can, be a member, citizen, law-abiding citizen in the county. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mayor Robin.
Absolutely. Mental health training for law enforcement officers in the proper care for citizens that are in a state of psychosis, battling with mental health issues. This is a silent killer in America that often goes ignored. And this is near and dear to me. And I vow to make a change when it comes to mental health, and especially mental health training with law enforcement officers, given that I am a mental health trained officer as well.
Thank you.
My mic.
Senator.
Oh, so here's where this is my lane. I'm going to introduce a bill to create the reparations administration. Reparations is a debt owed to those of us who are descendants of chattel slavery in this country. And this is a reckoning that America absolutely must address. We can't continue to close our eyes to the plight of Black America, and we have to address it at its root. So my goal is to create the reparations administration, where it will totally house our redress for those of us who are descendants of chattel slavery in this country. So yes, Troy, thank you.
No, we all thank you. We all thank you. Now you guys you're about to get into these political offices. And you know how I feel. You are that councilwoman. You are that mayor. You are that senator. Where do you see your aspirations going? How far do you want to go in your political careers? Sia.
Well, I want to go as far as, God can take me, because, we have our plans, but God have our plans in his hands. So I always give it to God. But if God allow me to, I would like to go to Congress, or, follow our sister's footstep, Tamara, into the US Senate. Then my ultimate goal is to be the first female president in Sierra Leone. But I want to give back first to my community here before moving on to Sierra Leone. I want to build, like I said, I want to build a bridge between us. I want to bring, my African American brothers and sisters over there. They can make money there because that's their home. Africa is for us. Is for us. If other people, Chinese and the white people, can go there and build wealth, why can't the African Americans go back and build wealth as well? So that's my goal, to be president of the country of Sierra Leone. Thank you.
That is powerful. I just had a vision of President Sia and President Robin Williams, or President Senator Tamara Johnson, collaborating between two countries. Wow, that's powerful. Mayor Robin, how about you?
I'm all about sisterhood. I want to become the first African-American woman mayor to open the door for the next minority woman, the next woman of color, so that it is not strange, or we no longer have to say the first. But I plan on becoming the governor of Texas. It is time for a woman to get in that position, and especially with, GOP lawmakers in Texas stating that women who get abortions should face the death penalty.
Exactly.
We allow that to happen. So it's my job to do the best I can as the first African-American woman mayor, so that the women that come behind me, they have an easy job to do while I go and make change as the next governor of Texas.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you.
And Senator Tamara.
Well, honestly, I don't have any higher political aspirations. I want to serve in the United States Senate and serve long enough to get the job done. And I have no desire to be a old lady in the U.S. Senate. So I'd like to come home and be somebody's grandmother. So I don't have any political aspirations beyond serving in the U.S. Senate and getting the job done so that I can come back and live happily ever after.
Well,
you are going to get it done.
Yes,
You are.
I was going to say the same thing. All of you queens are rising, and you are each extremely unique to what you're doing. You all have your own personalities. Nobody can fit you into a square or to a circle, especially you, Senator Tamara. I just love your mindset. You know what you want, and you are intentional. All of you have purpose, and you realize that, and you won't be denied. And we are all behind you. We have momentum building every day. We're sending literature out there. We're sending messages of hope. We're sharing your flyers all around, literally around the world. I just shared it with a young lady in Nigeria who has family in Texas, Georgia, and Prince George's County. What? So everybody is behind you. And I know you know this, but I'm telling you this. Everybody is behind you. The world is looking at you. They are aware of what you're doing. And I just, again, I commend you. I salute you. The women are doing their thing. And my late mother, Dorothy Gray Richardson, she's the reason why I am today, why I uplift women every opportunity I get. But you guys are so deserving, not because you're women, but because you are incredible human beings. And like one of my associates says, it's time we not only are human beings, but it's time for us to be human, right? And make a difference and get off of the sideline and do the things we're supposed to do. You guys are bringing humanity to Prince George's County, to Houston, Texas, and to the United States Senate. And I'm just so proud of you. But I want each of you I have a couple of parting things that I want to say, but I want each of you to just give some parting words as you get back on that campaign trail. So, Councilwoman Sia.
And I just want to encourage each and every one of us here, the ladies. I am so grateful to be, part of a sisterhood that and I'm looking forward to us to be, like a lifelong, friends or sisters that can take each other up, to the mountaintop. As our great leader as once said, going to the mountaintop. And I am so honored. I feel like we have a bond now, and I want to keep that. And I want to wish each and every one of you, success, good health, because without health, we can achieve our goals. So, health and protection. Putting ourselves out there is not easy. I know the challenges that I go through every day, and it's not just me. I know, all of us go through the same thing. And I want to, ask God, and I'm praying for you. I'm literally praying for us because I know the challenges, but we are going to conquer, and put God first. Never forget God. Without him, we are nothing. Thank you so much.
Mayor Robin.
I want us to remember to exhale. Oftentimes, Black women don't get a chance to exhale. We are always breathing, but we never say and exhale because we carry so much on our shoulders. And I just want to thank you, each and every one of you young ladies, for being so bold and so tenacious to allow someone like me to carry the next torch to the next step and the next step. We are building generational wealth for our daughters. We are breaking generational curses that were built on this land. I'm just remember that we will go through every emotion possible. We're going to be angry. We're going to doubt ourselves. We're going to feel like we have been forsaken, or maybe this door should have been open for us. But remember, we have faith the size of a mustard seed, it shall be done. When two or more are in the midst, he is there. So just know I'm calling out your name on today. And I'm just asking God for unlimited favor, because when God grants us favor, no means new opportunities. And thank you, ladies, for being so courageous to even write your name amongst the history book.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Senator Tamara.
So see, Troy, when you invited all of us and you said the order of which we would speak, I knew. I knew. I was like, Troy, do you really want me to follow these two ladies? So I just want you to know that it's an honor and a pleasure to have met both of you and to be on this political journey. This is our country, and together we're going to make it great. So I just want to say thank you for all your hard work and dedication, because this is a battle. But the battle is ours to win. So thank you, ladies, for everything.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I just want to close with a couple words here from the late, great Coretta Scott King, who I spent 5 minutes with, that changed my life forever. And one thing she said, this is one of her famous quotes. It might not be word for word, but it's definitely what she said. And if the soul of the nation is to change, then we must become that soul. And we know so much has to change, not only in the nation, but in communities and neighborhoods all around this country. And it's going to take us and political leaders like you three to become that soul, so that we can have that change. So that's the late, great Coretta Scott King. And the other thing I want to leave people with is this thought. Every great leader in this world, ever, I don't care who it is, where they came from, what country, every great leader was birthed by a woman. Y'all understand what I'm telling you?
Yes.
Every great leader, no matter who it was, good or bad, they were birthed by a woman. So these three women, they're about to give birth to a whole new generation of leaders. And I want to thank all of you again from the bottom of my heart I love you all. You are my sisters. I am my sister's keeper.
Yes.
And I cannot wait to see the impact that each and every one of you is going to have in your particular areas in this political space. And again, this is the breakthrough 2-2. This is the year that breakthroughs will be manifested. This is not a coincidence. There's an overall design designed by the Most High. And it's intentional and it's purposeful and it has substance and the strongest legs to stand on ever. You cannot push it over what these ladies are about to do. So ladies, queens, continue to rise and make us all proud to call you our sisters. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night. And we will be back to do this again, Queen
Yes.
Rising 2,
Yes.
once these ladies are in office. So, good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Night.
My honor. Thank you.